LA Knight is good on the mic, but he's not a great wrestler. Kevin Owens, not really great in the mic. Tony Khan, yeah, that guy is like the most uninspiring like head of. He's such a whiny looking little bit. Hey Brian, who's your favorite Irish wrestling? Like Irish wrestler? Yeah, if I had to pick a favorite Irish wrestler, if I have to go with 100% Irish, then Sheamus. But Finlay, I thought was a brilliant wrestler. Even though he was Northern Irish, I don't know if he is deemed as 100% Irish. You know, that's debatable. So I would say Sheamus, but I loved watching Finlay. He loved his shillelagh, and he loved to fight. Finn Balor is one of my favorites. You must be young. You must be young. He's not great on the mic. He's not the best talker. We do not tolerate Finn Balor slander. Listen, man. Listen, if you compare him with wrestlers from the Attitude Era, he ain't worth shit. Not much wrestlers today can come in any close comparison. You guys can have your copium. Well, wrestling these days sucks dick. That's just a lie? Alright. The best wrestler is an Australian woman. All the men are dog shit. She's the only decent wrestler. She's the only one worth watching. Is, whatever her name is. Mommy. What a week for Rhea Ripley and her... Rhea. Yeah, she's the only good wrestler. She is the only one that would actually make it in the Attitude Era. The rest are shit. LA Knight is okay. Talks good, but isn't a great wrestler. He isn't a great wrestler. LA Knight is good on the mic, but he's not a great wrestler. Rhea Ripley is good on the mic and a great wrestler. Orton is still dope. Yes, because Orton is an Attitude Era wrestler. He's an older wrestler. Kevin Owens, not really great in the mic.
Huh?
There's no good gimmicks either. All the gimmicks are kind of, I don't know. They look too cartoony. Do you not think the wrestlers' outfits now are way too cartoony? They've got ads on the side of the wrestling ring. You know, everyone just seems like they're just drawn by like an 8-year-old with a crayon set. So here's my thing. Real wrestlers made their own kind of their own designs and their own thing. It was a part of them. These people are just stepping into a conveyor belt and they're being given their outfits and this is your gimmick, this is it. Whereas in the previous, do you think Goldust would be a thing? Do you think Goldust these days would be a thing? Fucking bitch.
That WrestleMania.
Do you think that? No, that's wrestling. He used to do that. Like, I love the story about Goldust. He used to do like impressions of like stutters and stuff like that on airplanes with other people in the wrestling thing just to make them laugh. And then they said that thing, like that whole thing that you do is amazing. You should actually do that as a character. That's how it became a thing. Bray Wyatt, he would have made it. Bray Wyatt would have made it. That was an original kind of. I think that was a very good original with the very Undertaker dark. There has been nothing really since Bray Wyatt. And I know it's sad that he passed away, but before that, doing the whole kind of with his hillbilly brothers, that was the only thing of recent I thought was actually well done. Bobby Lashley, yeah, it's Bobby Lashley. I don't think Bobby Lashley's ever been a great character. It's just Bobby Lashley. There's no good mic spinners. There's no good talkers. Think about the people on the mic that they're able to, you know, cut a promo real good. LA Knight, yeah, he can cut a promo. LA Knight's good at cutting a promo, but I don't think he's that talented in the ring. Genuinely, I don't think he's that good in the ring. He's a little vanilla. But he can cut it. He can cut a mic very good. R-Truth goated on the mic. R-Truth is very underappreciated. There's a lot of wrestlers that go through their career just being a comedy, you know, a comic relief. Very much underappreciated. Miz, I get bored of the Miz character. All he does is whine and complain and cry like me. It's just Miz just crying that I deserve to be more. I've had my opportunity.
Yeah, but he didn't come up with it. The industry created.
Miz just cries his whole career. His whole career has just been bitching and crying. And Miz is the top IC champion of all time. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. Do you want to go through the list of Intercontinental champions? Do I still watch wrestling? Not the stuff today. I watch on YouTube. You go my like history. I'm just watching like Attitude Era, is the rated R era, like that Edge era? Is that, yeah, it's called the rated R era, isn't it? Like, I grew up loving like Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, Rikishi, Scotty 2 Hotty, Grandmaster Sexay, Stone Cold, The Rock. God, where do I start? Those days, man, were just so good. Dudley Boys, oh man. Like, if you like modern day wrestling, that's cool now, but like, I just think it's lost its soul. It's too commercial. It's lost its, like, I used to love the Lita, Edge, and Matt Hardy storyline because that shit was so real. Shit was so real. LA Knight is a hybrid of Stone Cold and The Rock. He's amazing. Now, this is what I will say, and I will disagree. I think the WWE has been deprived and has had to endure such mediocre wrestlers that the one time some decent guy comes along, you guys will think he is amazing. When you guys are being starved of food, when something decent comes along, you'll be like, oh my god, it's amazing. This is the best thing I've ever eaten.
Führer, how are you
he's
today?
Okay. Like, he's okay. He's great on the mic, but he's not. If you compare his ability to The Rock and Stone Cold, he doesn't even come like above Stone Cold's knee strap. Like, that is, I can't emphasize that enough. You guys have had nothing but terrible wrestling. And the one time someone comes along that can actually cut a promo, you're acting like he is God's gift to wrestling history.
I can't believe you've done this.
That's my opinion. You can tell me where you want me to shove that opinion, but when you start comparing him to The Rock and Stone Cold, which he clearly grew up and basically shaped his character after because it's a winning formula, but I'm gonna call it how I see it. Talking is only one aspect of being a wrestler. Most edging wrestler was Vince saying the N-word. Wasn't that to Booker T? I'll never forget Booker T calling Hulk Hogan the N-word. That was so funny. Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you. Whoop.
Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you.
I'm pretty sure Vince said it's a Booker T.
Keep it up.
China, Lita, or Trish Stratus? As a wrestler, I used to love Lita. China was just a behemoth of a woman, but Lita was like, I thought, the complete package. Trish Stratus just had a, you know. Trish was my crush. That and Stephanie. That's difficult. I can't choose between Edge, Christian, and the Hardys. The Hardys every day of the week. Drug problems and all. The Hardy Boys. Matt Hardy can go off and create a great character in a different organization. I think Matt Hardy was very intelligent in terms of wrestling. He made great characters. Delete, delete, delete.
Delete.
He didn't need the WWE. That's how good he was. He knew how to make great characters. You have to respect Matt Hardy for that. Hardy's every day of the week for me. Jeff Hardy was my favorite. What about Mick Foley? It's incredible. It's Mick Foley. Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love. Get out of here.
Just curious, but have you seen anything from AEW?
No. Do you know what I can't stand about AEW? Is that stupid, like, main fella owner, director guy. Looks like a whiny little bitch. What's the name of the main guy that, like, CM Punk had a problem with? Tony Khan? Yeah, that guy is like the most uninspiring, like, head of... He's such a whiny lucky little bitch. Is he basically the son of a really rich person and he set up the wrestling company with daddy's money? I don't think people realize, like, I know everything that's now come out about Vince McMahon, but I don't think you realize how integral it is to have, like, a head of the company that you can love to hate. Now it's like a bit with everything going on. That Tony Khan fella, you can barely tolerate looking at him. He's, you know, how can these big muscular men take him serious? You know what I mean? Like, at least Vince McMahon did a shitload of, like, horse tranquilizer and steroids. He got super muscly, you know? Which version of The Undertaker is my favorite? Do you know, I didn't mind the American Badass. I actually kind of enjoyed that. I thought that was a really good change of pace. American Badass was pretty goddamn good. Seeing Mark a little bit, you know, himself was, I think, a breath of fresh air. Yeah, I like Badass. Like, Undertaker's Undertaker, but, like, it was a really enjoyable change of pace. Seeing him not having to play the kind of deadpan thing, actually having to being able to show a bit more personality, I enjoyed. Okay, you guys are still talking about wrestling. Here's the thing. God damn, I regret talking about wrestling because then the whole chat just goes crazy. Because you're all goddamn nerds.